Okay, guys, listen up. Listen up. This here's Major Webley Smythe from the Dorsetshire Regiment, and he's here to give you the lowdown on the Brits' customs and ways and what we can expect on this little island whilst we wait for the chance to give Hitler a bloody nose. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Glad to see you all here and that you managed to make it safely over the pond, as it were.
By that, the Major means the Atlantic Ocean, men.
Quite so. Which brings me to my first point, our similarities. Now, I think it's fair to say that we share a common ancestry. 324 years ago, the Pilgrim Fathers left Plymouth to settle your new world. You may even be descended from one of those brave settlers.
Actually, sir, my parents come from Napoli.
Oh, splendid. Lovely place, although I've never been.
Neither have I. Might get the chance when the war's over.
Yes, hopefully. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes, our similarities. Now, although we all share the same language, there are some differences, of course. For instance, you refer to gas, but we say petrol.
Right.
We do, of course, have gas, which we use to heat our homes and blow up our barrage balloons. We even in wartime use gas to power our vehicles, but this gas is not petrol. I hope I've made myself clear.
Pretty much so, I think.
Excellent. Well, that explains that then. However, some minor misunderstandings still may occur. For instance, firstly, our currency. Now, I think this is fairly straightforward, isn't it, Lieutenant?
Oh, it sure is. Forget nickels and dimes, men. We are going to be talking shillings, pounds, and pence. For example, what we got here? This that I have here is a farthing. 4 of these guys make 1 penny.
And 2 farthings make a halfpenny, of course.
A halfpenny, sir? Could you help me out with that one?
It's quite simple. There are 2 halfpennies, or half pennies to the penny, 12 pennies to the shilling, 20 shillings to the pound, and a guinea is worth 21 shillings, although there's no such coin as a guinea now.
Right, well, I guess that's cleared up then. So 21 of your shillings makes a guinea, which doesn't exist.
Excellent. That seems to explain that well enough. We're really making some progress now. Now, another thing that may surprise you is women.
Oh, gee, sir, women surprise me all the time. Same for the boys too, right, boys?
British women are at war too. And a female British officer can give orders to a male subordinate.
Sounds a bit like my wife, sir.
And men must obey smartly.
Again, like my wife.
Our girls have been glued to their posts next to burning ammunition dumps. They have delivered messages on foot when their motorcycles have been blown from underneath them. They have died at their gun posts, and as they have fallen, another girl has stepped directly into position and carried on.
Gee, sir, that is some broad.
Our women have been in it from the start, gentlemen, and have never failed in their duty under fire. So when you see a girl in khaki or Air Force blue with a strip of ribbon in her tunic, remember, she didn't get it for knitting more socks than anyone else in Ipswich.
Do they knit socks in Ipswich, sir?
Socks are being knitted all over Britain, Lieutenant.
Right.
Which brings me to my next area that may cause confusion, dialect, particularly here in Dorset.
How do you mean, sir?
Well, you'll often find ordinary folk using what we might call local expressions. For instance, if I was to say, "Where's that to, then?" What do you think I might mean?
Well, I suppose you're asking, Actually, to tell you the truth, sir, I have no idea what you're asking.
Ha! Exactly. In this instance, I would be saying, "Where is it?"
Right.
Another example, only the other day, my neighbour, Mrs. Trigg, used the expression, "That's the badger," to me. Now, what do you think she meant by that?
Well, I mean, we have badgers in America too, sir, but I have no clue what she's talking about.
She was saying, "That's exactly what I was looking for."
Was she?
She was. If unsure, my advice on this occasion would have been to simply ask Mrs. Trigg what she meant by her badger, and that would have quickly settled any confusion.
I think we can all see how confusion could arise here, sir.
Yeah. Now, don't forget, you may well be invited into our homes, but please remember our food is strictly rationed.
Right.
I haven't seen a banana since 1939. Realize that your host's generosity has its limits.
We'll keep that in mind, sir.
I'm glad to hear that. Now, friendly discussions on the subject of the day can be heard in our pubs.
Oh, by that the Major means what we would call bars, don't you, sir?
Quite so. Although, of course, we do have bars, but they are located in our pubs.
So the bars are inside the pubs, just in case there's any confusion.
Good. And here you will find us enjoying the simple pleasures of congenial company, warm beer, Skittles, dominoes, and, of course, shove halfpenny.
Shove halfpenny, surely, sir.
No, Lieutenant, shove halfpenny.
Right.
Now, don't forget, we don't drink much coffee round here. Our national drink is tea, which you may have already experienced.
Yes, sir. We actually we threw a lot of it into the Boston Harbor a few years back.
Yes, well, let's not rake over old coals, shall we?
Wouldn't want to do that, sir.
And don't forget, our national sports are football in the winter and cricket in the summer.
Yes, cricket. We've heard of this. Could you explain it to us, sir?
No. No, I haven't got time. There's a war on, you know.
Okay. In that case, well, how about the weather, sir?
How about it?
Well, it does seem to rain an awful lot here, sir.
April showers, Lieutenant, nothing more.
But, sir, it has rained here every single day since we got here.
And?
Nothing, sir.
Good. Well, I hope that's given you an overview as to what to expect while you're here. We're a good bunch, and we hope you have an agreeable time whilst you're here in Dorset. And good luck when the push comes.
Thank you, sir, for your wonderful talk.
That's quite all right, Lieutenant. Before you boys go, do you mind if I say something else, if that's all right?
Of course, go ahead. These guys are just going to stay for some chow.
Chow, Lieutenant?
Oh, it's American slang for food, sir.
Oh, splendid.
Yeah.
Well, I'd just like to say that we've had a pretty rough time of it. In fact, it's been a tough old show all round. So we really appreciate having you chaps over here fighting with us. Or I should say fighting alongside us. There isn't a family in Britain that doesn't know someone that hasn't been bombed out of their home. Weymouth and Portland have taken a heavy pounding. And everyone will know someone that's lost a loved one. Now, I know that some will say you're all yank, swank and all of that, but what matters to us is that you want to finish off Hitler as much as we do. So I'd just like to say thank you from all of us to all of you. And one day, when this war is over, you can come back to our beautiful island, which will be at peace. And you will be able to say to yourself, I played my part in that. And what you did will never be forgotten by us.
Gee. Oh, thanks for that, sir. God. Okay, guys, that's it. Go get some food. I'll be back here for 2000 for the Colonel's brief before taps. Stand down. God.